Hey guys, I'm David and welcome to Living with the Coopers. This video is going to be all about my recent photo shoot and video shoot and the problems that I came across, including one gigantic problem which I've had to deal with very quickly, which covered both shoots. So a bit of background, both of the shoots are in the same week. One was my first ever paid photography job, the other one was my first ever promotional video shoot then. The photographs were for a band that I know very well called The Beats. We're all very good friends. Here's a video of what I got up to in that. And then secondly, the video was from the band that I'm in called Fonz and the Poet. We needed a new promotional video, and because I've been doing so much video recently, I thought, let me have a go, see how we get off. There's a video for that here as well. There are 2 videos in total, but that one has got the most information about what I was doing. So let me start with a few of the little problems that I was dealing with. The first one was light. Now, when I was doing the photo shoot, it was a very different situation lighting-wise than when I was in the video. The problem I had was light. Now, photography lighting and videography lighting is both completely different because you've got to think of what the camera's actually doing when you're doing those 2 things. So when you're taking a photo, the shutter can be open for like a matter of a nanosecond, maybe not a nanosecond, but it's a very small amount of time. Whereas with taking video, the camera is letting in light onto the sensor, but the first problem I encountered was light. Photography lighting and video lighting is completely different. I mean, there are things you'll have in common with both, like ambient lighting and stuff like that, but I mean, the majority of the lighting you get are achieved in very different ways. So obviously with a camera, when you're taking a photo, you get the flash because it freezes that moment in time and it stops any motion blur in theory. Whereas in video, the shutter is being open and closed very quickly per second, letting a small amount of light onto the sensor, and that can change things as well. So onto photography. Since I got this new camera, I thought, right, I'm going to start trying and doing photos. And photos were kind of what I was interested in. I kind of know a lot about the theory, not so much practically because I haven't had the experience. But then video started making more and more of a good impression of me. And it was something that I was really gelling with, video. And I think that I'm getting better, and I think that I'm going to improve quite drastically over the next, say, few years then, to a point where I think I could probably work within video if I really put my head down. So the problem I had was that all of this theory that I've been getting to grasp with regard to photography had kind of been replaced with video stuff and pushed into a little corner of the back of my mind. Now I got to the shoot, and because I know the guys so well, they were very patient with me, and I managed to light everything as I wanted to, and I'm very happy with the way it came out. I hope the guys are too. I know Jess and Damien, you'll be watching this, so leave me a comment, please. Let me know what you think of the photos now you've actually got them. And I was really happy with the way it ended up. Whereas video lighting then, in the Fonz and the Poet video, was completely different. Now the issue I had in that was obviously I've got, when I'm in the house, for example, I've got a massive light here, I've got some other lights here, I've got ambient light here, so I can kind of light myself fine. But because we wanted the video to look a bit more moody, that was going to be an issue. If you have a look at our video, you can see the type of lighting we were working with. There wasn't an awful lot of front lighting, so I had to kind of fumble my way around then to get the best footage I needed. The previous day when we were doing acoustic acts, my camera was in shutter priority mode. No, sorry, it wasn't. My camera was in aperture priority mode because I was using a 50mm lens and it can open really wide, and that was letting loads of light in, so I just let the camera take care of everything else. But the next day that didn't work because we had less permanent light in then for our video. So what I had to do then is take my camera, put it into manual mode, change as many settings as I could until I found something that worked for me. Then I was running back and forth between my camera and my computer with some test footage, putting it in until I found something I thought, right, I can work with that. And I'm so glad I did it that way, because now I know how I can get decent footage from low light without having to leave my ISO on auto. I know I can get footage that isn't noisy and grainy, And next time I'll be far more prepared and I'll know where I need to set my camera to get these type of effects anyway. So I'm really, really happy. That worked out very, very well for me in both situations when it came to lighting. Let's go back to the photo one with the beats. We finished the shoot, brilliant. We went for a little walk around Swansea. Then I followed Dean home, and Dean's the drummer in the band, and I gave him all of the stuff on the memory card. He put it on his MacBook. I came home, I had a little bit of filming to do, so I thought, right, I'm going to clear my memory card, and then I'll get back out. Cleared the memory card, completely forgot to put the files of the photos anywhere else. What happens when you delete something on an SD card is that everything will remain in place until you start going over it. So if I had done, say, a 2-hour video over the top of it, all of those files would have been gone. Whereas if they're still there, even though you can't access them from your computer as standard, you can get software. I use something called Disk Drill, and I managed to get into it and get all those files back because I hadn't gone over it. The first day of our video shoot, I was transferring stuff between my SD card and my hard drive in a bit of a rush because I wanted to carry on filming. And I think what I did was, rather than delete from my SD card, I still had my hard drive open and I deleted from that. Now, the issue that I had is that I'd already deleted it from my SD card. So I started filming back on my SD card again, which is stupid because I had a few with me. I should have just used another one. But anyway, got back, looked for the folders, looked for the files, nothing there. Oh gosh, what do I do? So everyone saw how stressed out I got in a heartbeat. Nobody talked to me. I managed to, the first time, scan through everything, couldn't find it. Second time, scanned my hard drive, found everything, and luckily got it all back. I mean, luckily it was only about 5 or 6 videos, maybe a few more. But everyone who had been in those videos was still there, and it probably would only have taken about half hour to get all of that back anyway. But that wasn't the point. We had a very tight schedule to be running, so we didn't bleed into the next day. Filmed the next day, learned by my mistake, constantly kept everything backed up, closed my hard drive after I'd backed it up, unplugged it so I couldn't access it. Fine, great, got home that night then I started editing, and if you don't know, video editing files, I'm using Final Cut. You can start with, say, 20 gigabytes worth of video, but by the time you run it through Final Cut, the library it saves it in gets to an enormous size. I think at the minute it's 123 gigabytes, and I've only done one song. Managed to do one song. The next day then went to have another look at something. Hard drive wasn't working, like at all. It was coming up, but it was so slow. I thought, I've just lost everything. I have lost everything I've worked for. So I didn't know what to do. I unplugged it. I tried plugging it back in. I tried like disk repair, stuff like that. Nothing was working. Basically, I think what had happened at some point, maybe the baby, when something was transferring, had knocked it, disconnected the hard drive without ejecting it or unmounting it first. When I unmounted it properly, when I let it unmount itself after quite a few minutes, when I plugged it back in, then it seemed to be all right. Now, it has started being weird again today, but I picked up a WD My Passport from Mac. This is 3 terabytes, and it's basically going to be my main new hard drive. So from now on, I'm going to run this as my main hard drive, going to run my old one as a backup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything off that old one onto this new one. I'm going to format the old one then, so I'm going to delete everything, put it back as brand new, and if it's still playing up every now and then, I'll just buy another one of these for now. And then in the future, my plan is going to be slightly different. Basically, when I get my 5D, the next camera I want, I'm going to be buying a much bigger storage system that I can slot multiple hard drives into at the same time, and each one will be 4 terabytes, and you can chop and change them. You can take them out, store them somewhere, bring them back in, and take what you want, and then you'll have a library of them, but at least you still have them there. And I'm going to keep backups of every one of those as well. So there's no point in me doing that quite yet. I'm going to start getting into the swing of doing it, but I can't keep that much I'm not earning that much money from photography or videography to be saving all of the data I'm using at the minute. So, so yeah, that's it basically. My biggest mistake was not being careful enough to keep backups of everything, and from now on I will be running 2 hard drives in parallel, storing everything on both. I'm far more confident now. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm gonna carry on as I am, and hopefully everything's gonna work out. I can't wait to get the video edited to see what that looks like. I can't wait to get all the videos out. I can't wait to get the photos out. Hopefully the guys have been looking at them and they've picked a few out that they want to use. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know who this video is aimed at, because if you're a professional, this is stuff you'll know anyway, but this is my experience anyway. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. That's the most important thing. I know how to fix everything, and I'm very happy with what I've done. So thank you very, very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Hey guys, I'm David and welcome to Living with the Coopers. This video is going to be all about my situation. No. The photographs are for a recent... Hey guys, I'm David and welcome to Living with the Coopers. This video is going to be all about my experiences and... No. I got stressed out, but it's doing it at... No. Light was my biggest issue. No. The first thing the first one was light. Now, since I've been doing my recent stint of working with cameras, so about 4 terabytes, sorry, 4 gigabytes. I've been color profiling and I bet I didn't press record. Oh no, I did.